Welcome to Southaven Business Beat. Business and community leaders talk with us to provide invaluable resources to aid the business community.
This episode is sponsored by MasterCheck. Investigative professionals at MasterCheck are committed to providing a top-notch service at a cost-effective price. Since the early 1970s, MasterCheck, a full-service investigative company, has been providing many Fortune 500 companies, publicly traded companies, government agencies, and top law firms throughout the United States and Canada with an array of investigative services. As a veteran-owned business, many of our field investigators are prior military and college educated, which makes thinking outside of the box one of the things we do best. Our creative approach helps our customers protect one of their most important assets, their business. Call Vincent Dents at 615-783-1623 for more information.
And now here's your host, Aaron Cozort.
Hello and welcome to Southaven Business Beat. We're here today with Eric Williams, the Man of the Year for 2023, and we are looking forward to our conversation with you, Eric. How are you doing today? Give us a brief introduction of yourself.
So I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me. So everything's good. So brief introduction of me is I moved here in 2003 to DeSoto County. Been a member of Brown Missionary Baptist since about 2006. Been on staff since about 2012. And during the pandemic, I was afforded the opportunity to become full-time at the church as Chief Operating Officer, where I oversee operations. We have about 15,000 members. Now, we don't see them all the time, but we do have a pretty big congregation here in Southaven, so happy to be here.
All right. So as you look back at 2023, how do you feel the year went for Southaven and for your work?
So I think we had a very good year. For us at Brown, we saw tremendous growth in our membership. We saw tremendous growth in the number of baptisms. And then just in the city of Southaven, look at Silo Square, so many ribbon cuttings, so many that I didn't even get a chance to make it to, but it was just wonderful to see new businesses, new opportunities to come. And everywhere you look now, what used to be trees are now houses. So it's very, DeSoto County and Southaven is definitely growing.
Absolutely. I know you've been highly involved with the chamber at chamber events, chamber luncheons. What's your involvement with the chamber on a regular basis?
So glad you asked. So I started as an ambassador. So one of our members, Denise Silas, actually said, "Hey, Eric, why don't you come be an ambassador, go to ribbon cuttings?" And next thing I know, I'm sitting on the board of directors. So I serve on the board of directors now. And 2 meetings ago, we were doing the new business of the board, and they said, "Well, hey, we need the president-elect for the new board coming in." We're sitting around the table, and they said, "Well, Eric Williams." I was like, "Oh, as what?" So I'm president-elect for the next coming year for the Southaven Chamber. So excited, a little nervous, but I think I have a lot of good leaders that's come before me that I can definitely reach out to help make this a good transition.
As you think about the chamber, as you think about being an ambassador and being on the board, it's very much a community service. How do you, in your mind, frame community service in your work?
So Brown Missionary Baptist has been in this community for 141 years. So when we talk about community service, we are that. So ministry is about partnerships. Pastor Orr tells us all the time, you can't do it by yourself. So me being in the community gives me the opportunity to work alongside of those leaders that one day I may need to pick up the phone and call to say, "Hey, can you help us with this?" Or those leaders come to us and say, "Hey, Brown, we have a situation. What can we do together to serve the community?" So we are always at charity events. We host a lot of events. We are that community church that when people need, they call upon us, and we try to find a way to say yes. So just being out there and working alongside of people, we always say relationships are created here in the chamber. I'm a testament to that because, prior to coming to the chamber, I knew, people and knew business leaders, but now when you walk into the room, here's the mayor sitting here and, here's the executive director of this or CEO of this company, and you have access to those people. And then a lot of times businesses want to partner with someone that's already doing good and not reinvent the wheel.
Right.
And we try to be that one-stop shop for everybody.
As you think about both ministry and community and bridging the two with business involved, how is it helpful to have businesses involved in the work and community that ministry is also being involved in?
You can't have one without the other. So, we everybody wants to talk about separation, but if we have more business leaders that are believers, think about where we would be as a community. And the same way with the community, we work together, we shop together, we sometimes worship together, but a lot of times we just try to keep the two separate. But for me, having a guy that works for a church at the table of the board of directors, it's just my opportunity to spread the love of Jesus in the business community. And if more business owners would do that, I think we'll have a better, if they would make relationships their priority instead of money, a lot of times that will help grow their business as well.
Absolutely. One of the principles of the chamber is building the relationships and being able to cross the bound of just an interaction, just a transaction, and being able to rather get to know the people, build the relationships, and then build opportunities through those relationships. How has 2023 kind of molded you as a person in your mind?
Ooh, that's a tough one there. So 2023, the year's been good. So for Brown Baptist, we bought a new property out in Memphis called the Oasis, which is an opportunity for us to again partner with the community. It's formerly the Stephen Olford Ministries, where it's a 43-bed hotel on the property. Right in the beginning of the year, we used it for transitional housing. So just being able to give back to the community helps me personally, and then just being able to be recognized for what I get paid to do. My job is to run operations for Brown, and anything that's make the church run is under my umbrella, and it's just amazing just to be able to be invited. I've had so many invites to opportunities to where I'm like, oh wow, I get this invite to go to this gala or this invite to go to this nonprofit event, and I try my best to be there for all of them, just to be able to show, hey, Brown is in the community. Right. Now I can't do it by myself, so we have a wonderful team of people that help with that. But we try to be there when people call on us.
We're taking a second to thank our sponsors.
Investigative professionals at Master Check are committed to providing a top-notch service at a cost-effective price. Call Vincent Dents at 615-783-1623 for more information.
Follow App. The Follow App is the long-term solution for networking, instantly connecting you to those frequently missed opportunities to find the right referral partner or new client to grow your business. Wisdom Integrators. Are you a business owner and is technology getting in the way of your business? If your computers are slow, your website is horrible, or your business needs more efficiency, then it's time to reach out to Aaron Cozort and Wisdom Integrators. Would you like to be a sponsor? Contact Debbie King at 662-342-6114 for more information. Be sure to share and subscribe for more business resources. Now back to Southaven Business Beat and host Aaron Cozort.
So for a church, how does being part of the chamber affect and help what you do?
Ministry is about partnerships. So we have partnerships and relationships. So me being a part of the chamber, I don't sell anything. Right. So people say, well, what's your business? Well, our business is changing lives, making a difference. So I don't sell anything. So for me, the chamber helps me connect with those business owners.
Right.
So many of our members at Brown are business owners, whether they're realtors or they own restaurants or they own hotels or whatever the case is. It's just a way for us to just continue to show that love of Jesus through the business community. But the other thing is just having those relationships. I tell folks all the time, I can pick up the phone now and call the mayor. I could pick up the phone and call the sheriff. I could pick up the phone and call any of our aldermen. But before the chamber, I didn't have those opportunities. So just yesterday, we had one of the supervisors here at our board meeting. And to be able to talk with her one-on-one about the things that are going on in DeSoto County, I live in this community, so I'm vested in this community. But having the relationship to be like, hey, what can Brown Baptist do for you? Because a lot of times, people may not know this, but a lot of times when people are in need, they come to us first.
Right.
Whether it's homeless, if they're running from an abusive relationship, whether it's their lights just got cut off. A lot of times they come to us first, but us having those resources to be like, hey, if you're homeless, here's a resource. If you're in a mental health crisis, here's a resource. So we try to be, again, that resource for people, whether they're our members or not. So having those relationships through the chamber really helps me. Going back to the city, when I walk through City Hall now, people, hey, Eric from Brown. And it's about relationships. We do business with the city. We're always at the City Hall doing something, so it's about relationships. So relationships help you get over a lot of hurdles because, again, it's not a transaction.
Right.
I walk into, the water department. I'm asking people about their kids, or, their kids may go to Brown Christian Academy. So it's all about relationships at that point.
All right. So as we kind of transition away from 2023, looking forward to 2024, what are some of the things you're looking forward to in 2024 here in Southaven?
Wow. So 2024 is going to be good for Southaven. I think we're talking about revitalizing the West End district, so Brown Missionary Baptist is just literally right down the street. So we've been there since 1882. So would we love to see more traffic? Absolutely.
Right.
I think revitalizing the West End district, which I know we have a committee with the chamber that's working, very closely with the city. We would love to see people come back to Southaven, and we have tremendous growth in DeSoto County, but we want people to be vested when they come here. Right. So, making sure that we have affordable housing, making sure that, our car tags are affordable. We talk to so many people and they moved here from other areas. And they say, well, I kept my car tag because y'all tags are too high.
Right.
And just making sure that we have a safe environment. Our city is very safe. Our police, Chief Macon and his team does a wonderful job. So making sure that we have a safe community. And it's not about just, the police. Everybody plays a part in that. We tell folks all the time, if you see something, say something. But, 2024 is going to be good. We have the Silo Square. Every time I look around, there's something new at Silo Square. So literally, you can live here. You can walk over to the dentist's office. You could go to my favorite spot, Cheesecake. You can go to City Hall Cheesecake. You could go to Stacks. You got Central Barbecue. You got all of those places right there to where it's a one-stop shop. Yep. If your kids are playing ball, just walk across the street. We'll take the pedestrian bridge across the street.
That's right.
But yeah, it's just 2024 is going to be good. And it's just amazing just to be able to have a glimpse into all of the things that we're doing here, not only in Southaven, but in DeSoto County. We have a new sheriff. Sheriff Tuggle was very instrumental when he was running for his campaign. He was just telling us, hey, sharing his vision with us. And early on, I was like, okay, it's good. It's good to he see us as a resource to where he took the time to come and say, hey, Brown, here's what I would like to do in the community. What can y'all do to help? And just talking about keeping schools safe and keeping our community safe, keeping our elderly population safe.
Yep.
That's all things that we're looking forward to. So 2024 is going to be very good. And I think I mentioned, I will be the incoming president of the chamber. Right. So it's a lot of pressure right there, so we'll see.
I think you'll do great. You'll do great.
We'll see.
So as we kind of wrap up, what are some of the things that you're excited about with the chamber in 2024?
So just all of the new businesses coming, all of the expansions, the Lander Center's going through. And again, relationships, right? We talk about relationships, having the ability to pick up the phone and call Todd down at the Lander Center and say, hey, Todd, we're thinking about doing this, or this organization has reached out to us and we don't have space. What do you guys have?
Right.
So just keeping that money, that revenue here is one of the things that we love to do. Because again, the church is a business Monday through Saturday.
Right.
And we love to be able to help produce commerce. So one of the things that we like to do is just meet people where they are. Right. The chamber is going to do very well. We have a pretty aggressive plan to keep members engaged. There's people come to the chamber like, well, why should I join the chamber? Well, relationships. We were talking to some new members the other night, and they're new here. They're dentists. I had never heard of their dental practice, but they're engaged, and we want to find ways to keep them engaged. So it's not about a transaction, because again, as we see people, I'm in the grocery store. I shop at the Kroger. I shop at the Walmart. And people are like, hey, that's Eric from Brown. But not only I'm Eric from Brown, but I'm Eric with the Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm always talking to people about, hey, if you're a business owner, you need to be a part of this. Because again, people, you can do your website, but until people share that word of mouth, that's what it's all about. So 2024 is going to be very good for the Chamber.
Well, that's great. Eric, it's been great to have you with us, and we want to congratulate you on being the Man of the Year, and we look forward to another great year here in 2024.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be on the show.
You're welcome. And thank you for joining us for another episode of Southaven Business Beat. We hope you have benefited from this episode, and we hope you'll take a look at the other podcast episodes that we've released. Check us out on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you have the opportunity to, but most importantly, share what we're doing and encourage the Chamber, encourage your business, and begin building relationships in your own community. Thank you, and have a great day.
Please visit www.southavenbusinessbeat.com for more episodes. We would like to thank the following sponsor, Pure Focus Media. Have an event coming up? Let us capture all the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with our professional photographer and videographer. Also announcing our new digital selfie photo booth. Book with us today. This podcast is brought to you by the Southaven Chamber of Commerce. We know relationships create commerce. Want to join the Southaven Chamber? Visit www.southavenchamber.com. Be sure to share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.